Hello everyone, I hope everyone had a great weekend. We finally got the decision from the SEC about the multiple Bitcoin ETFs applications. Basically, all the applications were delayed, so the results on all the applications were delayed. Also, the BlackRock one. This was kind of expected. This was the majority view, so that's why there wasn't really much price action in the markets. Bitcoin dumped a little bit, then retraced, and we're basically at the same spot that we were, maybe slightly lower. But in general, no major change in the market structure, I would say. Um, the next deadline for the decision is now mid-October. However, everyone is expecting again another delay until next year, basically. The SEC basically just lost in the recent months two major lawsuits, which is really not looking good for them. They're losing their credibility, and they don't want to roll over too quickly on this one because this would be another loss for them, I guess. But they can't really reject them also because they technically don't have any grounds to reject the future ETF application. So they're basically cornered, and they just want to delay this as much as possible. And that's I think that's my personal opinion, but I think it's also quite a general opinion that it will be delayed. So until we actually get confirmation or an approval, this is the current market, and the narrative is just basically wait for their final decision on that. They can still reject it, but the majority view, and also my personal one, is that it will be delayed and then approved, at least for BlackRock. I'm not saying for everyone. So yeah, that's it. Let's look at the charts a little bit. Let's look what happened with Bitcoin when the news came out. So as we can see, Bitcoin dropped on 1st of September. It spiked the previous low a little bit on Coinbase. Nothing major. Retraced the entire move. Had a couple of days of positive price action. We're going down again today. But I think the recent two green spikes is basically the traditional markets showing some strength with strong strength. You look at the S&P. The S&P is showing quite a strong rally basically in the last week. So yeah, this has also resulted in Bitcoin showing a little bit of strength or less weakness, I would say. But comparing Bitcoin against traditional markets, Bitcoin is still showing quite a lot of weakness in my opinion. So it still looks really bearish. I'm expecting more downside here. And I don't see any strength, to be honest, at this particular moment. And also, the BlackRock ETF narrative is delayed probably for the next couple of months. So I wouldn't be betting too much on that. Unless we find a new catalyst, a new narrative, we'll have to just be checking the price action, which is pretty lethargic, to say at least in the last few weeks, I would say. So yeah, I'm expecting more downside continuation of this downtrend, at least for the foreseeable future. Things can change if we reach like 20K. In my opinion, that's my area of interest, I would say. A lot of people have this previous resistance drawdown, but we're basically bouncing off of it. Maybe we haven't touched it properly or dove in, but I'm not seeing it as the real support, to be honest. We might start trading for him. This might be the bottom, but I would be probably surprised about it. So I'm expecting, if we don't get a major news or any major update, to test the 20-ish K level at least, and then things start to change. So the perspective of how affordable Bitcoin is or how cheap it is will change at that point, in my opinion. And then we'll see how much strength it's showing, what's the market conditions at that point, and then we can start resuming at that point. Just looking at Ethereum, same story. Bearish chart, expecting more downside. Not really seeing much strength here, just sluggishly going sideways, in my opinion. Also looking Ethereum BTC. I'm looking this as a proxy, sort of a proxy as altcoins versus Bitcoin. The general downtrend is down. Maybe the last 2 weeks is more sideways, but generally still down. So in my opinion, we're still in a downtrend, at least until we can break this trend line. I wouldn't be buying altcoins until then. And once that starts breaking, then I would start looking for the altcoins that are also breaking their trend lines. That's how I would be doing it, in my opinion. Something I wanted to show also is the dollar index. Let's look at some trends here. So this was interesting in my opinion. So what happened basically is that, sorry about this. So the dollar index basically broke the downtrend, corrected a little bit, and bounced again from it. This is just showing strength. And as we all know, the stronger the dollar is in general, the less risk on the market is, which means the stocks are not going up. If the stocks are not going up, Bitcoin is probably also not going up as much. So this is just general a risk of sentiment or narrative in general. Plus Bitcoin is showing a lot of weakness as well. So everything is pointing to more downside in my opinion. And I think I'll just continue to watch what's happening in the market, continue to be following everything. I'll keep updating everyone on my opinion. But so far, nothing changed. I'm still expecting more downside. I'm still expecting the price to go lower with Bitcoin, also with Ethereum, even more with altcoins. Yeah, that's basically it. We didn't have much of price action, so not big of an update. Thank you, everyone. I hope everyone had a great weekend again, and hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.